Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. Did somebody order an FPL late? Because he got one. How are you going, guys? It's game week 12. Almost game week 12. And I'm very pleased to say that I'm all done. I'm all done in terms of transfers and setting up my team and captaincy, and everything is perfect. What you see in front of you was my team before I made said transfers. I have actually got a bit of a thing going on. I made this earlier. The mystery team. The mystery team is here. So, I mean, we can maybe do some reveals today on the stream. That might be pretty fun. I thought we could, maybe. If that's what you guys fancy. Fancy doing some slow reveals, player by player. Could be interesting. No, there's no bench list today. And there will be no bench list. There will be no bench list. We're not doing it. We're not doing a bench list. Because, I mean, anyone who is in a luxurious position enough to have players on the bench, well, I have to say, I'm just jealous of you. You don't need my help, clearly. Yeah. So, yeah, we've the transfers I made are not... I made 3 suggestions of the transfer moves I was kind of thinking of doing last night. In last night's video, I ended up talking to my brother and kind of chatting about what each of us are going to do about FPL teams this week, and stumbled on some ideas. He gave me some ideas. I gave him some ideas, and I've come out with something that I think is better. So we have taken a hit. We have done something quite wacky. And I'm looking forward to seeing your reaction to it, to be honest. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys and yeah, seeing what you guys think, basically. But we've got a little while until we're going to reveal the full team. How long we got till deadline? Over an hour and a half. So we'll see. First reveal at 1,000 likes. I think that's sensible. Okay, so we'll reveal the goalkeeper first, and then we'll move up the pitch. We'll reveal the goalkeeper at 1,000 likes. Does that seem like a good deal? I think we can do that as a deal. 1,000 likes will reveal the goalkeeper, and then we'll start doing other targets as well, I think. I've got super chat already from Sheriff, who says, Hi mate, please rank Mount Sinistera, Barnes. Need one of them for the next 2 game weeks only. Oh, okay. Sinistera, let's have a look at Sinistera. First of all, I can't remember what Leeds... I know Leeds have good fixtures, but I don't know what their next 2 are. So I'm going to go here. So I'm just refresh this. We'll go to Leeds. I know he has a good few fixtures. He play Fulham soon. Yes, he does. He plays Fulham next. Ooh, he plays Leicester and then Fulham. I have to say that Leicester away, I don't actually think it's as good of a fixture as it once was. To be fair, I feel like Leicester is kind of tightening up at the back and just trying to not concede rather than to score at the moment, which is quite tragic, really. But it is what it is. Maybe good if you've got Leicester defenders, but again, I still don't fully trust them either way. So yeah, we've got Leicester and then Fulham. I like that, and I like Sinistera a lot. Mason Mount plays against Brentford this week, which is pretty nice. I don't think I'd go for Barnes. I don't really trust Leicester, so I'm going to discount Barnes immediately. Let's have a look at who Chelsea play in game week 13. Man United at home. I think you have to say Sinistera. It's a little bit risky. But I kind of like Sinistera. I still think I would arguably just go for Trossard, though, above all of them. Like, I know his game week 13 is against Man City away, but Man City have proven that they are capable of conceding the odd goal. And if anyone's going to score for Brighton, you do feel like Trossard is going to be the guy to do it. Plus, the chances of a decent haul in game week 12 from Trossard is reasonably high, isn't it? So, yeah, in terms of those midfielders, for a 1-game week punt for a midfielder, I still believe Trossard is the best one. I would even rank Sterling ahead of Mount. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to go for Mount, but I feel like I still prefer Sterling to Mount if you can afford that 1-week punt. But Trossard for a 1-week punt. And then honestly, Mount, I feel like his returns aren't sustainable. Let me kind of show you what I mean. So we'll go on the classic Fantasy Football Hub. Of course, if you want to check out this website, do click the link in the description. And I want to show you midfielders kind of recently. Even if we go last 2 game weeks where Mount has kind of thrived, we'll just go total and we go by expected points maybe. So this is during Mount's insane period. And Nick Harlow, I will come to your super chat in just 1 second. But this is Mount's insane period. So the last 2 game weeks where he scored crazy high points. Was he 27 points in 2 game weeks, which is mad. If you look at the expected points, he's down at 10.38 expected points, which is pretty low because he scored 2 goals from a low XG. You kind of feel like he may have been gifted a little bit. Mings and Martinez maybe contributed to his success last game week in a way. Super low at XA as well compared to the 2 assists, only 0.71. This is across 2 games, not per game. This is across 2 games. So when you look at these midfielders, who's actually performing better over the last couple of game weeks? Well, Bowen is, Paqueta is, obviously Foden and Saka, we can't really consider those though. Christie, Anthony at Man United, McGinn, Odegaard, De Bruyne. So even in Mount's insane period, his underlying stats, his underlying numbers are kind of saying to me that this is not sustainable. So I think that's I think that probably says it all. That's over the good period. If you extend it even more, and Mount will just completely go to last. What's that? Is that 5 game weeks? No, we need to get to 5 playing game weeks. So that drops Mount down even more. I would be surprised if he even makes the top 20. Where even is Mount? I can't even find him. Is he even in the top 50? Do we have to go to the top 100 to find him? I think we might have to. There he is. He's all the way down there. Last 5 game weeks. Yes, he's played 1 game week less. Even if we go per 90 minutes, you're still going to see Mason Mount. Wait, per night. All right, let's also exclude low minutes players. Just to try and get Mount a bit further up. But he's so low. Statistically, he is so low. And I have no doubt that he does have that magic where he can maybe overperform a little bit, especially in those easier games. And I do think Brentford is a really good fixture as well. But I don't know. The rotation risk there as well. I don't like Mount as much as a lot of other people seem to. Not really too keen. I think there's better options. Trossard up here, look at that. Trossard's up there. Who else would you kind of consider? Maybe Anthony, maybe Bowen, maybe Pascal Gross. Rumours that he may potentially be rotated this week though. Bruno Guimaraes. There's some decent other options there. Let's get back to these super chats. So, Nick Hall says, hi Dan, done Mings to Gahey this week. Guaita, Gahey, Trips, Castagna, Nico, Rodrigo, Sterling, Andreas, Zaha, Kane, Mitrovic, Regret, no, Salah and Trossard. You can't have them all. You kind of have to accept that. If you can get a full 11 out of this game week, then I think you're already kind of winning in a way. I'm not really convinced by all of this Ming stuff. I spoke about it a little bit on my Twitch stream earlier about the Ming stuff, but I'll talk about it again today. But yeah, basically, I think you're looking good, Nikal. You're looking good. Devay says, how many hits are you planning in game week 12 and 13? I've already taken a hit this game week. I can tell you that it's a hit. I'll tell you that. And I may or may not take another hit in 13. I haven't decided yet. But it's quite possible that I may take a hit. We'll see, I guess. Martine says, recommendations on potential Martial replacements. I have no bench and no transfer. I'm tempted to hold him and do 2 transfers for other players to Man City Arsenal players. Yeah, I mean, if you can get back on Gabriel Jesus, that's not the worst thing in the world after this game week. How injured is Martial? What's the latest on that? I haven't actually had a chance to check out press conferences from today. I mean, 75% chance of playing, that's not bad. I mean, you do worry that Ronaldo is just going to play, don't you, really? That's not too bad. Maybe he comes back. I think I'd rather just go with him rather than take a -4. Unless you've got someone big that you're thinking, if you could go for like a Mitrovic or a Solanki maybe this game week, then I think those are the kind of players you could potentially go for. But, yeah, I don't think you need to make a transfer. Especially if you've got none left. Or do you have a transfer? You said you do 2 transfers for other players. I'm guessing that means next week. If you have 2 transfers next game week, then that means you have a transfer now. I don't know. Maybe Solanki. Shazam says... Ooh, where are you, Shazam? Should I play Nico Williams or just field 10 players? Shazam, my friend, it's the same. It's the same result. Nico Williams, you just start him. Even if you don't start him, if you play Cancelo instead of Nico Williams, then Nico Williams, if he does play, is just going to sub on to Cancelo anyway. So if you've got Nico Williams and you only have 10 players, just play Nico Williams. I mean, either way, he's going to play for you, right? It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. People asking for the AI team. Maybe we'll have a look at the AI team in a second. One more super chat here from Liestensnace says, Dan, love the streams. So taking out KDB for Salah. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Maybe Bowen, Zaha, Martinelli for Trossard. I wouldn't take out Bowen. I wouldn't take out Zaha. Would I take out Martinelli? Probably not. No, I would think I would keep what you got. Stick with what you got. I think with that KDB to Salah move, I know you've got one more free transfer. Is Martinelli the one you want to be removing, really? He's the only one you can, really. I mean, you're not going to sell Bowen or Zaha, I don't think. Robert Pierce, thank you for the super chat. I see your message is retracted. But I appreciate the super chat nonetheless. Let's do a few polls today as well. Iron Royals in the super chat says, what app are you using? I can't find it. The link is in the description. So the first line in the description. It's Fantasy Football Hub's Opta Tools stat, which I think is just phenomenal. It's my favourite tool in the world for FPL. It really is. It gives me life. Sigurd says, -8, James to Robbo, Madison to Trossard, KDB to Salah, Isak to Solanki. Jesus. I mean, it sounds like you need the -4 to the -8 to be fair, so I think I probably would do that. You need some serious surgery on your team. Go for it. Jandre says, should I take hits to have a bench this week with rotation? Oh, no. No. I don't think we take hits to boost up the bench. I don't think we do that at all. No way, Jose. No hits for the bench. Honestly, if you can play with 10 players, then you're going to do absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Let's have a look at the AI team. Of course, thank you for putting the link in the description as well. Wait, is that the right link? Post the link in the... I make sure it's the link. Hang on. Make sure it's the link that is in the description. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, actually, that's the My Team tool, but you can navigate from there. It's not a problem. Why is this not working? Is it deciding to fail me? I don't know. Maybe we're not getting a AI team today. Maybe it's not working. Okay. Let's see here. So let's talk. Should we do captains? Actually, no. What? Before we talk about captains, I want to actually ask a different question for the sake of a poll. I want to ask a different question. The question I want to ask is, how many hits have you taken? How many hits have... and I'll make this a poll. How many hits have you taken this... for game week 12? I'm going to type it out. And the options are going to be... none, -4, -8, or... should I put free hit? -8 or more, and then free hit will be the final option. I know you guys are going to put it in the chat. I want to see it in the poll. I want to see your results in the poll. Again, for those of you guys just joining, we are going to be revealing my team because I've done something fairly wacky. First team reveal at 1,000 likes. I know there's more than 1,000 of you guys watching this right now. So if you want to get the first reveal, you're going to have to hit 1,000 likes. So get that done. And we'll reveal the goalkeeper. Who's it going to be? Who knows? It could be anyone. Like, there's a lot of mystery players today. And because of the mystery players, some of these players are going to be players that I already had. But which ones? Which ones will be changed? Which ones will be new? I guess we'll find out. A doobity-doo. Little song for you there on Tuesday evening, on Tuesday afternoon. Looking through the poll so far, it seems like only 30% of people haven't taken any hits whatsoever. So the -4 seems to be the most common, followed by none, no hits, followed by -8s or more, which is quite... 18% of people are taking a -8 or more, which is actually quite significant. And then 8% down on the free hit. I know for a fact, because I've already done polls. In fact, I did a poll yesterday. I wonder if I can find it. I put up a poll yesterday. See what the results are. Yeah, okay. So this is the poll, and it's got 9,000 votes on this poll, by the way, which is quite insane. Oh wait, you can't see it, can you? Let me just. I need to move things around, so we need that back. So on this poll, 9,000 votes, and 16% of people free hitting. So I don't know why it's only at 8% on this stream. I wonder if there's like a difference between people who read my tweets and people in these deadline streams. Potentially. But I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I guess you guys watching this are probably the slightly more active FPL managers. So we'd probably expect to see a few less free hits in this stream. But half as many? I don't know. Maybe that is about right. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But what was I going to talk about? All right. I want to get the. Oh, hang on. The My Team tool is not working right now. Apparently. Oh, in fact, nothing is working. Why is the My Team tool not working? I don't know. Well, we might have to leave the My Teams tool for today. Maybe there's too many people on it right now planning out their transfers and stuff. Server overload. Maybe look at points predictions. That's not a bad thing to have a look at. Maybe some people change their mind on the free hit. That's true as well, actually, to be fair. It's true. Right, so highest predicted points for this game week are Salah with 7.3 predicted points, Kane with 6.1 predicted points, Son 5.9, Trossard also 5.9, so Trossard is up there. Sterling 5.7, Wilson 5.4, McAllister 5.3, which is kind of interesting. Welbeck 5.1, Trent 5.1, Watkins is there as well because Fulham have been so bad defensively. I'm not sure I completely agree with all of these. Solanki I can see. Zaha's interesting. There is a lot of players that we can potentially be getting involved with. Show team gang is coming soon. It is. Well, I mean, they're gonna have to wait. We're not doing a single reveal of my team until we hit 1,000 likes. There's gonna be no showing of teams until 1,000 likes. Nothing. How's your juice? Squash, first of all. Is it northern things to call squash juice? I hate it. I hate it. My wife does it as well, or used to until I trained her to call it squash. But it's I'm on the tea at the moment. I've got this ready for after I finish the tea. So we're double drinking today. We're double parked. We'll get to the squash soon enough. Don't worry. Don't worry. We can't have a deadline stream without some blackcurrant squash. It is a prerequisite of the streams. Show team gang in full flow. They're getting nothing until we hit that 1,000 likes. I'm telling you. We're not doing anything. Should we talk about Mings now or later? Because I know that's going to be a topic of conversation. I feel like only a few people probably have Mings. But if you do, basically my answer, the simple answer I'll say now on the Mings situation is if you don't have any transfers left, then just keep Mings. If you're taking a -4 to replace Mings with another 4.5 million defender, who may or may not get a clean sheet, and you're taking a -4 to do that, then I probably wouldn't do it. If you've got anything on the bench, I wouldn't do it. I would try and avoid taken a hit, basically, to replace Mings. Now, if you've got free transfers and you don't have any Crystal Palace defensive cover, you don't have any Brighton defensive cover, you don't have any Newcastle defensive cover, maybe, at that point, yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's go. Let's remove Mings. But if there's every chance that Mings starts anyway, to be fair, like, he's not, like, been ruled out. We just know that he's got a slight knock. We don't even have a press conference until tomorrow, so we're not going to have a clue. Like, when do Aston Villa play? Is it... I feel like it's not... It's not tonight. Is it tomorrow? Or is it actually Thursday? It's Thursday. So even if he's got a knock, right, he's actually still got 2 days. He's got over 48 hours to recover. So... yeah, not feeling it. Not feeling it. Squash and juice are two distinct things. Juice is mainly fruit liquid. Squash is mainly concentrated. That's absolutely correct, Ty. It's the absolutely correct way of viewing life. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, basically, I don't think I would sell Mings. I would just keep him. Like, even if he gets you, like, even if he comes off the bench for a 1-pointer, that's going to be like gold dust this week. Every point is going to count this week. Gerard says he's going to be okay for Thursday. Where did you see that? Because the press conference isn't until tomorrow, isn't it? Unless I've missed it, which I don't think I have. We go on the Aston Villa. Wait, Gerard press conference. Oh yeah, there we go. From FPL News, Marcus Silva will not have a pre-deadline press conference for blank Gameweek 12. Neither will Jesse March nor Steven Gerrard. So we don't actually find out about the exact situation until tomorrow, which is what I thought. We'll find out, I guess. All in good time. We'll all find out. Gerrard himself won't be okay on Thursday. Why not? Because Mitrovic is going to terrorise him. Serendipity says, would you do Sterling to Salah for a -4? I don't think I would, no. I actually really quite like Sterling for this game week. And I know people are going to be like, yeah, Sterling, he's blanked. Like, I know he's blanked, but he's still a good player. He's still putting up good numbers. And I still think he's probably the best attacker to go for from Chelsea right now. Like, his underlying numbers are pretty decent as well, I think, from memory, in the last couple of game weeks. Let's go... Wait, well, let's find him. Let's just type in Sterling. Is he going to mess me around? Oh, is it because he's a low minutes player? Does he count as a low minutes player? Raheem. There we are. So, it's generating 0.43 XG per 90, which is pretty decent. 2 shots per 90, 2 shots in the box per 90, 1 big chance per 90. These are decent stats. I actually think he could do okay. Yeah, if I had Sterling, I'd keep him. I'd even consider buying him. If I was on a free hit right now, I would probably have Sterling in my team. I think on my free hit video I made earlier this week, I even had Sterling in my team then. I just think he's an okay pick. I think he's a fine pick for this game week. I'm going to open this up and might refresh the page. I like to sleep to your voice. Thank you, Ozone. Is it that boring? 1 hour till deadline, which means 55 minutes until the show teamers arrive. Oh, looking forward to them. They ain't getting nothing. 1,000 likes we need. What are we on now? 600 odd? If we could get to 1,000 likes, I'll start revealing my team. And then we'll set some... After the 1,000 likes, we'll start doing some, like, easier targets. We'll do, like, 1,100 for the next one after that. And we'll make it very easy after that. Nick R says, I fear Potter will do a Wingardium Leviosa on Sterling. There's every chance of that happening, but there's just as much chance of it happening to Mount or, Chilwell or... anyone, really. It's really a mystery of what Potter's going to do, which is why I'm personally just avoiding the Chelsea headache entirely. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to basically avoid Chelsea and hope they rotate like crazy in what is probably going to be a fairly straightforward game against Brentford. Anna Reed says, bringing in Almiron and not Mount so that I can bring Foden in next game week. Thoughts? Should you captain Almiron or Trossard instead of Kane? I wouldn't captain Almiron, no. Are you thinking like Almiron as a 1 week punt or Almiron as like a long-term pick? If you're going for a 1 week punt, it's still all about Trossard, right? But you say you already. It looks like you already have Trossard, so maybe that's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, maybe you're doing Trossard to Matt Foden next game week. I think one of the big things this game week is just to make sure you have the option to get a Foden or a maybe even a Saka. If you can get one of those sorted for next game week, or just make sure you're in that position where you've got like some money in the bank, then I think that's a pretty decent. Anything you can do is pretty decent as long as you can get those players. Hit the bloody like button. Anyone who's spamming show team, you're not getting anything until we get 1,000 likes. We're up to 700 now. R66 says, hey man, I just want to say you make me smile and I always love the energy. Good man. I love the energy as well. It's all about the energy. All about the energy. That's what keeps it going, right? Let's have a look at the poll. How are we getting on with the poll? So, no hits are up to 35%. -4 are down to 41%. Oh, down or up, not sure. But at 41%. -8 or more is at 15%. And 9% on 3 hits. And I know there's 1,700 votes in there. So I know we can hit 1,000 likes very soon and we'll start revealing the team. I know we can do it soon because if 1,700 people can answer a poll, then 1,700 people can click on a little button that says likes. Show Mrs. FPL Mate's team. Oh, has she actually done a team? I think she did it earlier. I think she brought in Mason Mount. I can't remember who she sold. She may... Yeah, I don't know if she may have revealed it on Twitter. Go check Mrs. FPL Mate's Twitter. I'm sure she'll have some kind of team reveal over there. Wayne says you won't get 1,000 likes. Just so you watch, my friend. Never underestimate the show team gang. The show team gang are strong. They are strong. They're strong and they want some reveals. And they are passionate about that said reveals. When we get to 2,000 votes on this poll as well, I will end it. We're close to that now. Don't show. Oh, you can keep begging for me to show him. We're not doing anything until 1,000 likes. We're not doing it. Show seam. Oh, have I got any seam? There's a few seams on the current shirt, on the current drip. We've got some seams like going down here. Have you seen this before, by the way, guys? Lovers FC. They're not. This is not actually a football shirt. It's just. Hang on, I'll stand up. It's actually a piece of fashion wear. Can I stand up? It's a piece of fashion wear from Lovers FC. Not even a real football team. They just make football shirt designs that you can just wear wherever you want. Belinda G says, hey buddy, Emerson and Nico Williams in my team. Ooh, they are part of my 11 players. Should I take a hit removing either of them or just take whatever comes? I think I would just take whatever comes. Like, this is what I was saying. Like, any -4 you take, your player that you bring in has to outscore the player that you're removing by 4 points. On average, your 4.5 million defenders, who are more expensive than those 4 million defenders, on average, they're going to score, what, 4 points probably on average among all of them. And it's kind of a little difficult to suggest that -4, because, you know, if you get 1 point from Nico Williams or 1 point from Emerson, that's better than like 5 points -4. It's the same as my 5 points -4, but you have more money to spend in the following game weeks. So you will literally need the player that you bring in to score 5 points or more for it to be worth it. And I think just on unless you want to just take a risk, on average, some of these defenders, Websters, Andersons, whoever, Dunks, Castañas, are they going to score? Well, they're going to score an average of like 4 points, so it doesn't seem worth it because you need 5. If you're using your maths, if you're using your probabilities, well, that's what FPL is all about, really, probabilities, then it's a bad decision on a probability point of view. But look, risks are there to be taken. I'm going to end that poll now, guys. I think we've got a fairly decent idea. So, right, final results on the poll. No transfers, 34%. Well, no hits, 34%. -4, 41%, -8 or more, 15%, and free hit up to 10%. So free hits seem to be creeping up. And we are almost at 1,000 likes, but not quite. Not on my screen, anyway. 6 censored players, you're teasing us? Naughty, naughty. I am being naughty today. I am being very, very naughty. People asking about Gomez, by the way. I'm not keen on Gomez, really. Because I think, yes, he'll probably play this game week, but we've got so many players looming. Matip is almost ready to go. Konate is almost ready to go. Trent Alexander-Arnold's almost ready to go. These players could even play this game week. So there's no guarantee. Like, yes, Gomez put in a good shift against Man City, but one performance I don't think nails him. In fact, I definitely don't think it nails him. He's going to be rotating a little bit. How did I hide my players? I just made the graphics before the stream. I just made a couple of graphics ready. I mean, I prepared. We're taking up the production value over here, guys. We're taking up the production value. So it's a good bit of fun. We're at 1,000 likes. Not quite. Not on my screen. Not on my screen. What do you think about Firmino? I like him. I do like him. That's 1,000 likes, guys. We're done. Okay, right. Let's start revealing. Let's start revealing. Single ladies, reveal yourself. All right. Let's start off with the goalkeeper. Who's it going to be? It's coming down. You can see that is a Newcastle United shirt because there has been no change in the goalkeeper department. We are still on Sir Nicholas Pope. Pope, goalkeeper. No change there. Have I scammed you guys? Have I scammed you guys? Maybe. But that's part of the mystery. It's part of the fun. Can't all be. Not every player you see on screen is going to be a new player. You have to understand that. That not every single player that you see on screen is going to be a new player. Some of them will be. Maybe the next one will be. Maybe the next one won't be. We will see. We will see. So, okay, I do feel a bit bad, though. So, let's set an easy target for the next one. In fact, you know what? Let's... Mrs. FPL Mate has just sent me her team with the text. I feel so depressed that this is my team. She's got Martinelli in her starting 11 because she has too many Arsenal and Man City players. She's got Tyrone Mings. It doesn't look that bad. She's having to play Andreas, Bailey, Perisic, who might be rotated. Bowen and Skamaka against Liverpool. Morgan, if you can hear me, and I know you can hear me, your team really isn't that bad. Everyone's in a bad situation. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I had a super chat here from JM. Very generous £5 super chat. I appreciate that, Jay. Hey, mate, is it worth taking the -8 for Trossard to Salah and Kane to Solanki or Tony? Just to get Salah in, really. -8, probably not. I think you're kind of teetering on the edge of not worth it after that. I mean, actually, no, it's definitely not. Because you say you've got Trossard. And Trossard you want for this game week. Trossard and Kane are both players. You know, if you have a free hit this game week, you are probably going to have both Trossard and Kane. So you've already got 2 players that you already want. And then you can just keep, no -8 needed, you keep the points. I think, Jay, it sounds like you're in a great situation, mate, and I really wouldn't worry about the -8. I think it sounds like you're sorted. It sounds like you're sorted. All right, let's set the next goal. And this goal is an interesting one. Morgan can hear me, unless she's watching the stream. Right, the next goal, we're actually going to go over to Instagram. So, right, can you look at Instagram on browser? Browser in my trouser? Instagram.com/FPL Mate. I know none of you guys are following me on Instagram. So, if we can get to 10.6, so I need 140 people to follow. If we can get to 10.6 followers on Instagram, then we'll do the next player. That's very, very easy. We only need 141 people need to follow on Instagram, and we'll do the next reveal. That is so easy. There's 1,800 of you. There we go. A few of you guys saying you already follow me on Instagram. Wow, okay. Not many people follow me on Instagram. 10k followers. We can do better than that. Let's just sneak it up to 1.6. If we can sneak up to 1.6 or 10.6, we'll do the next reveal. Plus, you get to look at a picture of me with John Stones. I mean, what could be better than that? I think that's worth it in itself, is it not? And there's some what about this saucy one here? Oh, well worth it. Well worth it. Right, Sesk with a super chat here says, hey buddy, should I captain Kane or Trossard? I mean, I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think I personally would go for Kane, but I have to say that Trossard seems like a decent captain pick as well. I think I would lean towards Kane though. Maybe we'll do a poll and see what everyone is saying. We'll see what everyone's saying. Milking the show. Mate, if I can try and get something out of the show team gang, we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. That worked. That worked. I think we gained a decent amount of followers from that. So, I mean, shout out to these guys who just followed. If I hover over it, will it say the exact? We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Your view on 3 premiums? Don't really like it so much. Calm down, mate. My girlfriend has that app. Ryan, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm here to play FPL and get bitches. And I've played FPL. Whose ownership will be higher between Trossard and Kane? Probably similar. I think effective ownership Kane might be higher though, because I think a lot of people will be captaining Kane a lot. We'll do a captaincy poll. Still at 10.5, guys. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Should we? No, I'll leave that on screen for a second. Is there any other big questions that we need to talk about? In fact, should we just get the next poll going? Screw it. We got what, 49 minutes? Let's get another poll going. Gameweek 12 captain. Salah, Kane. Salah, Kane, Trossard, I think are the big 3. And then I'll put other. Would you say they're the big 3 going to here? Well, they've got the 3, even including Son, because they're both predicted 5.9. Salah, Kane, and Trossard have the 3 highest predicted points for Game Week 12. So, all right, I'll put the poll in the chat anyway. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see who the most popular captain is. I imagine Salah and Kane will be pretty popular, but I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I'm actually quite excited for this game week because we'll actually have a bit of a split on captaincy. We'll have a little bit of a split. So looking forward to seeing what you guys are up to, or certainly what you're thinking right now. Still need a few more followers on Instagram, guys, for the next player reveal. And I can tell you for a fact that the next player is not, was not in my team in Game Week 11. The next player that I'm going to reveal is an actual reveal. In fact, you know what? We'll do 2 next. We'll do 2 next. If we can get to 10.6 followers on Instagram, I'll do 2 reveals. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Cocky says, KDB and Jesus to Salah and Firmino for -4 and wildcard the next game week. I kind of actually like that. I actually like that move. Yeah, do it. Do it. Reveal captain? I will reveal my captain at some point. Don't worry. I mean, captain's coming soon. Let's see. Is anyone captaining someone says Captain Solanki. I wonder if there's going to be any more. So far, the poll is saying Salah 50%, Kane 23%, Trossard 16%, and 11% others. Ethan Fernandez says Captain Trippier. I mean, it's an interesting idea. Do a poll of who we think the next reveal will be. I mean, I won't do that on this one. On the following one, I will. And maybe we'll do a reveal when we hit a certain amount of votes or something like that. I want to mix it up a little bit. I don't know if we're getting to 10.6 followers, to be fair, guys. I don't know if it's going to happen. How do I find the exact number? Okay, that's a few different names, I think. I swear when I was hovering over this before, it showed the exact number. We can't be too far away. My captain's on Firmino. We've got Firmino captains. That's kind of interesting. Any players from Aston Villa? I don't know. I don't think anyone from Aston Villa at the moment. Ahmed said McAllister is in and captain. That is bold. You better be praying for some penalties, basically. We're at 10.6. Someone said we were at 10.6. Is it true? Boom. Done. 2 reveals. I said 2 reveals. Let's do 2. Let's do 2. All right. So, 2 reveals coming up. Coming your way. Let's bring down the curtain. We've got Trippier versus Everton, who is the new player, and Tyrone Mings, who is potentially injured. Potentially. To be fair, like, this reveal was the one I wanted to do the least, because I know now everyone's going to talk about Ings and say, oh, Dan, aren't you worried about Mings? And I can answer it so many times, and we'll still have the same situation. I'm not worried about Mings, no, is my answer. It's not worth taking a -4 to remove him. It's just not worth it to me. And I think there's every chance of him starting anyway. And if he does start, Aston Villa, let me show you this, guys. Let me show you something. This was, we'll leave Instagram now. No more Instagrams needed. Let's go to up to stats again. I want to go to teams. Scam. That's not a scam. You got 2 players. You got 2 players. How is that scam? Oh, Fantasy Football Hub is not working very well today, I have to say. Show Team Gang should just watch your recent video. That's my team. It's not. It's really not. Yeah, wait, let me tell you. When we get to the next players, you're going to be like, what? How? And I will tell you what, how. So, let's go to past 5 game weeks. So, and then let's order by, well, let's go per appearance. So this is teams, and I'm ordering this by best to worst defenses, by expected goals conceded. My CPU is taking too much load? I doubt it. It's probably my internet. My CPU is fine. Scam? You said one of my players. It's not a scam. Trippier. It is new, guys. Where is my team? Right, guys. I did not have Trippier in Game Week 11. I said one of these players was not in my team in Game Week 11. Trippier was not in my team in Game Week 11. I transferred him in on Sunday, but it's still a new player. That's a new player. That's not a scam. That's not a scam. You can't. Not every one of these players is going to be exciting. We will get to the exciting bits. We will get to the very, very, very exciting bits. They're coming. And I'm going to... I can't decide which one to show you next. I think I'm going to show you... I think we'll get the substitute out the way next. But I think that one is going to make you say, wait, what? This is going to confuse you. I have got some tricks up my sleeve. I always do. But it's going to be fun. Like, it's going to be fun, right? And it looks like we're going to have the whole team revealed by well before 6 as well. Football Highlight says, Salah to Maddison and Kane to Solanki for -4 or free hit. Well, definitely don't free hit. I kind of like them. I do like the move you've suggested. Salah to Maddison, Kane to Solanki for a -4. I know a lot of you guys are going to be thinking about doing that. I would do it. I would do it. Am I taking a -12? I'm not taking a -12. Don't worry about that. It's not quite that severe. Someone asked if I'm making a bench list. There's no need. There's really no bench. All of the players who are injured, suspended, or don't have a fixture in Game Week 12, and that covers your entire bench pretty much. Not many people are going to have many players on the bench, right? Not many people. Let's see what that poll's saying. So, Gameweek 12 captain, we've got 1,600 votes on that. 53% on Salah, 21% on Kane, 16% on Trossard. So Salah the clear favourite. After that, Kane just slightly more favoured than Trossard, and then the differential captains are pretty low down. So I'm going to end that poll there. We'll end that one. Who's the most nailed Chelsea defender? I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, let's go through some of them. Honestly, it's so difficult. Like, Thiago Silva is getting rotated. Got rotated in 10. We have Chilwell, who played last game week, but not the one before. We have Reece James, obviously no. Koulibaly played 45 against Villa, 90 against... But then nothing. Koulibaly's not nailed. Kukurea, 45 against Villa. Kepa is actually the best Chelsea defender to go for. He really is. Kepa is the one. As for the Equators, again, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wish I had an answer to this. The only nailed Chelsea defender right now is probably Kepa Arrizabalaga. Arrizabalaga, sorry. Aretha. Like a little snake. Like a little FPL snake. I really need a wee. I should have gone before the stream. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll do you a deal. If you guys let me go for a wee, and if this stream gets to how many likes? Well, let's set a like target. And if we can hit a like target, then we'll do the next reveal. But I don't know what that target should be. Let's say... If we can get to 1,300 likes by the time I come back from a wee, then we'll do the next reveal. There you go. I'll be back in a minute. Well, we're back. We're back. Did we get 1,300 likes? We did it! Hey, all right, next reveal. Let's reveal. This next one is not a scam. You cannot, wow, actually, is it a scam? I don't know. All right, this next one, I have to say, and this is why I set an easy target for this one. This is not a scam. It's more of a confusing one, but it will. I may have tried to. This next one, I may have tried to throw you off the trail a little bit. You guys know that I like to troll the show team gang. I like to troll the show team gang. I do. I have to just admit. So let's continue in that fashion. By. Oh, actually. I wonder if... Would you like... Or would you prefer one of the forwards? I know I have not... I know I've not done it yet. Would you prefer one of the forwards to the bench? I think we can give you a forward. I think. Lucas says, hi Dan, would you go Madison to Trossard for a -4? I don't have a full 11 for this game. However, it would be, plan to be own transfer for Game 12. I plan to have Saka and Foden in his slot from Game 13. Yes, Lucas, I would do that. I would do that. I would do that. Did I wash my hands? Yes, I did. Yes, I'm a very, very sensible young man. Yes, some people saying they want the bench player. Some people say they want the forward. Some people say they want the midfielder. Well, you're not getting the midfielder. You guys want the forward? All right. You can have a forward. But I need to work out how I'm actually going to do this. I think what I need to do is, if I duplicate this layer, this could go terribly wrong and I'll just reveal everything, which I'm sure is what everyone wants. Wait. Let's, okay, if I use this layer, if I lock that layer, wait, no, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I need one of these to come across and the other one not to. So if I put that layer in, this layer, reveal, and that layer will come down. Okay, I think I've worked it out. So hopefully nothing too bad happens here. So that reveals that. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay, and hides that. So now, if I now take this layer and reveal something. So is that going to reveal the bench player? No. Is it? You guys want a forward, right? You guys want a forward? Which forward do you want? How about that one? How about that forward? I love how split the chat is on this. Some people are saying, oh, this is awful, this is so cringe, I don't want to watch this. And some people are saying, this is pure entertainment. Harry Kane? Oh. You guys asked for a forward. You guys asked for a forward. So I gave you one. Harry Kane is in there. What? What's that? How? How is this possible? How is this possible? I don't know. Should we answer some more FPL questions rather than just do the... This is meant to be not a team reveal stream. It's meant to be like I'll trying to answer you guys' FPL related questions. So let's get back to the chat. Chuba says Martinelli and Maddison for Trossard / Mount for a hit. I don't think so. I think I'll just do Maddison to Trossard straight up and leave Martinelli on the bench, I guess. You sold Haaland, you cheeky... Did I? Did I? Threemium? Could it be? Who knows? The mid is going to be spicy, is it? The midfielder is my captain, by the way. But who is it? Oh, dear. All of your guesses are completely wrong, by the way, in the chat. You're all completely wrong. Please reveal quick before the deadline. This is like pure show team antics. Why do you need to know before the deadline? Answer me this. Why do you need to know my team before the deadline? What's wrong with 1 minute after the deadline? What's wrong with that? If you can answer me that, then I'll reveal the whole thing. Max B says Castagna or Botman. Ideally, neither. I think I would edge towards Botman, though. I'm not massively keen on either, really. A lot of people reckon it's... Some people are saying it's Salah, some people are saying it's Trossard. Could be, could be. Someone says it's Mount. Could be. Who knows? Jeremy says because they are all Thunderbolts FC. They are, aren't they? They are. I went Darwin. You think. Trossard is in the midfield? Who knows? Let's, it's useless after, why? Why is it useless after deadline? Why is it? Let's let's just take it back a little bit and start talking about FPL. I don't want to kind of hijack this stream by just talking about my team reveal. That's not what these streams are meant to be about. I mean, I know we've done a lot of FPL chat already, but I want to do more. I want to do a little bit more. The chat is going absolutely crazy. Josh says, best looking content creator around. You know how to make me answer your messages. -8 today. Madison shafted me. Yeah, he shafted a lot of people. Madison out, Trossard in, Patterson out, Gahey in. I like those transfers. I think, yeah, the big players to remove this week are going to be, you know, your the likes of Madison. Madison is like the priority. Madison and Reece James are the two priority transfers out, in my opinion. I take them out before I take out, you know, any of the players who blank this game week, because Patterson, James, Madison, they blank this game week, and they're not players you're desperate to keep after this game week. Whereas, you know, Arsenal and Man City players, you're actually going to really want them from game week 13 onwards. So I would keep them as much as you can and try and remove your, you know, those injured players, those suspended players. Took a -4 and now I'm pissed about it. I wouldn't be. What were the stats, guys? It was like 40% of people have taken a -4 this week. That's a lot. You're in the majority, really. Dan just Captain Haaland. He's that good, you know. How many likes for the next reveal? Oh, all right, fine. All right, 1,600. Because I want to wait a while. I don't want to just do it all now. And I want to, I want to chat about FPL. So 1,600 likes for the next reveal. In fact, I'm gonna even take my team off screen, and we're gonna go back to the statistics. Let's talk about defenders. We did a bit on midfielders already. Let's do defenders. We'll go back to the hoob. Refresh the Opta stats tool again. We're gonna have a look at some hopefully some nice defenders that we might want to go for. Leo in the super chat says Pope, Trippier, Anderson, Webster, Mings, Bowen, Andreas, Trossard, Zaha, Mitro, Kane, Iverson, Martinelli, I guess, Haaland, Cancelo. Use my 2 free transfers on Patterson and Madison to Anderson and Trossard. Good to go, or a -4 or a -8. That team looks good to go. Yeah, I think you're good to go. Yeah, you've got a nice 4-4-2, decent players all around. I like it. Wouldn't be making any more. Lots of people talking about Haaland captain this week. Madness. An absolute madness. There we go. Do a poll with true or false question. If majority gets it right, you reveal. Okay. That's a really good one. Maybe I should do a would I lie to you? I should have prepared this before. Okay, let me try and think of a question like that is Best 1 week punt, already have Trossard. I mean, like Raheem Sterling, maybe. It depends what position you're looking for. I like the look of going for a Chelsea attacker, but it is risky. It's really, really risky because of rotation. Solanki I like for this game week. I think Southampton looked pretty poor last game week, and I think Solanki is kind of on fire at the moment. Nelson, did I miss your super chat? I may have missed a super chat. I hope I didn't. I've got one from Nathan here. It says, Wilson, Zaha or Trent until game week 16. I would probably go for Wilson, actually. I think I'd go for Wilson. Best 4.5 million defender is probably Anderson. Or, you know, maybe Gahey. No, I think Anderson. Let's see if I missed any more super chats. It doesn't look like it. Certainly not in the last 10 minutes. Unless it was a real while ago. I don't think I missed any other ones. But apologies. 1.6 nearly reached. Did I say 1? I said 1.7 or 1.6. I can't remember. Thumbnail has Salah as captain. Is it a clue? Or is it a decoy? Or is it just because I knew that Salah was going to be the most popular captain this week? Who to captain, Kane or Trossard? I would say Kane. Kane is the sensible choice. Trossard is a little bit riskier. What's wrong with Mings? Slight knock, but he's got enough time to recover, I think, in my opinion. What do you think about Gomez, 4.5 million? Yeah, I don't know if he's going to continue to start longer term. But he's good price. I said 1.6. Did we hit 1.6? Damn, okay. No, we didn't. We didn't hit 1.6 at all. We're miles off. We're miles off. What shall we do as a poll? I know what we're going to do. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just do the like target. Trent Alexander-Arnold captain? I don't think so. What do I think about Firmino? I like him. Really good stats per 90. If he plays, he's going to do well based on what he's done so far this season. Mount or Trossard for this game week? I would go for Trossard for the one game week punt for sure. I said I was going to look at some defenders as well, so let's do that. Let's go for you know what? Let's just go for all defenders over the last 5 game weeks per appearance. Order by expected points. Show top 20. Aren't you afraid that Lallana starting might impact Trossard's point potential this game week? Not really. Lallana is a centre mid and Trossard is a winger. So it's unlikely. It's unlikely. Felipe on the super chat says Son to Salah -4. Not sure. I think that's okay. I think long term that probably works out. So yeah, let's do it. Son to Salah -4. Why not? Why not? Go for it. Joshua, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel as well. And Amelius, thank you for the super sticker as well. Thank you. Trossard, Firmino or Kane, who is captain? For Shao, I think Kane is the sensible option. Darshan says Martial, James, Mado, Tamitro, Robbo, and Firmino for -8. Kind of like it. I kind of like it. Go for it. Sterling or Mason Mount? I prefer Sterling. Well, the Mount is significantly cheaper, so I don't know if that... It depends on what your budget restrictions are. Gimenez or Almiron? I still prefer Almiron, at least until what's his name is back? Shelvey. When Shelvey is back, then maybe we start looking at Gimenez a little bit more seriously. Jas says, thoughts on Darwin captain to the likes of Kane, Trossard as a differential? I like it as a differential. I think there is a risk that Darwin doesn't start this game week. There is a chance of that happening, which is the only thing that puts me off captaining the likes of Darwin and Firmino. Because Salah is so nailed, it's like an easy to say captain him. I think I would prefer Kane and Trossard to Darwin, though, to answer your question. I don't know if that's a helpful answer or not. Will Mings play? I wish I knew. I think he will. I'm not 100% sure on that one though. Nowhere near. Are you considering Trent Alexander-Arnold come back? Depends if he. Yeah, depends if he plays this game week. I'm not looking to rush into Trent quite yet, but I understand why people are. You know, his points potential is pretty high. Britain says punt Darwin over Firmino due to short game week. Potentially. I don't think the length of the game week should impact too much on that. I have Trossard, Mitrovic, Sterling, Zaha to captain. I would say Trossard out of those. I would say in order, the captaincy for me is pretty much as you see here. So I like Salah the most. I like Kane and Son the second most. And I like, you know what? I probably like Trossard more than I like Son, if I'm honest. So Salah is your best captain. Kane is your second best captain. Trossard is your third. Then after that, you probably look at the likes of Son, Sterling. Callum Wilson is a bit of a punt. He's not a bad idea. Don't really like McAllister or Welbeck or Trent or Watkins or Dunk. Don't really like Solanki. Don't mind Aubameyang, but a bit of a risk, right? But yeah, these guys you see on screen, highest predicted points for a reason. I think they're the best captain options. So yeah, if you're considering captaining any of these guys, then you're along the right tracks. I think you probably need to make the decision. Out of these 4, I guess. You know what? Out of these 4, it's kind of down to you. You've got to make your own decision on that one. And I'm sure you guys will have at least one of these. Like, most of you guys are going to have one of Salah or Kane. So, captain one of them, I guess. Someone, we still haven't hit 1.6k likes. We're still not there. So, no more reveals. I'm using my wildcard and need 1 defender for max 9.9. Jeez. Maybe just go for Trent. You think -4 for a defender this week is too risky? Sort of betting on a clean sheet, right? Literally, geez, Rick. Oh, geez, Rick. Yeah, literally. It's not something I'd be too keen to do. Other than Trippier. Trippier would be the only one I would potentially take a -4 for. Anderson or Robertson? I kind of like Robertson. If it's not affecting the rest of your budget, if you already got a fairly cheap defence and you want to get in a slightly more expensive one, then maybe go for Robertson. If you already feel like you've spent too much on defence already and you're possibly going to bench this player in future game weeks, then Anderson at 4.5 is pretty clutch. Darwin or Orba? I would go for Darwin, I think. When did you start YouTube? My first ever YouTube channel was about probably 15 or 16 years ago. Right at the start of YouTube. I've always loved it. Always. It's my passion. Alright, we're here 1.6k likes, as promised. We'll do another reveal. Alright. Which one should we have next? Well, what do you want next? I think we should give you the bench player. Let's get the bench player out the way. Let's get the bench player out of the way. Because it's boring. The bench player is boring. So, we're going to reveal who's on the bench. But first, a super chat from Matt, disrupting the flow. Thank you for the super chat, though. Matt says, got Gahey, Trips, Webby, need James out. Who for? Good question. Very good question. That's a difficult one. Part of me wants to say a Bournemouth defender, but at the same time, no. I wouldn't really want to double up. Do you have Pope? If you don't have Pope, then maybe you could double up on the Newcastle defence. Go for like Botman, for example. That's a really difficult one. Maybe a Leicester defender just to kind of spread the risk a little bit. Castagna, James Justin. Anderson, maybe? Go for maybe double up on Crystal Palace defence. Maybe go for Anderson. That's not the worst idea. I'm going to say Anderson. Right, we've got a couple more super chats, guys. I'm sorry, I can't help it if it's the super chat. Bossman says, can we get a dab, Dan? Yes, you can. Sultan, was that worth the £2 super chat? I hope it was. I hope it was worth it. Sultan says, do you think I should transfer Rodrigo out for Trossard with a -4? No, I don't think you should. I'm going to say no. Naf says, Trent Alexander-Arnold / Robertson for James. Worried about Trent starting? If you're worried about Trent starting, go for Robertson. But I like your thinking. If you're worried about Trent, go for Robertson. I think Robertson is a fine pick. A very fine pick. And there's more super chats coming in, guys. I can't help it. There's more super chats coming in. And we'll get to the reveal after the super chats are all done. But we've got another one from Haribo. Harry Turo, bro. Hi, mate. Would you bench Perisic or Share? Not sure Perisic starts. By the way, Harry Bo is meant to be Harry Turbo, but I like your Harry Bo much better. Harry Bo is just the way I like to say it. Harry Turbo. Is that it? How does it say? Harry Turbo. I see. I'm going to keep calling you Harry Bo. But I like Harry Bo. I'm going Darwin instead of Trent. Thoughts? I kind of like it going for those Liverpool attackers rather than the defenders. I kind of actually do like quite a lot. So, yeah, up for that. Go for an attacker. Darwin seems like a pretty good player to go for. I'm not 100% sure on his minutes, but you can say the same thing about Trent, right? We're not 100% sure if he's fit. In terms of benching Perisic or Share, I think you take the risk with Perisic. I think also Share is also a rotation risk this week because we have seen before that that what's his name, Newcastle manager, whose name has escaped me for some reason at the worst possible time. What's his name? Why can't I remember his name? Wherever his name is. He has rotated in midweek games before. We have seen him do midweek rotations, particularly in the defensive department. And we've seen him, like, you know, in that game against... Who was it? Was it Nottingham Forest? Where he, like, substituted half of his defence when they were up. So he can rotate. When he feels like he can rotate, he will rotate. Especially in the Everton game, it's going to be kind of easy. So I think Share is also a minor rotation risk. So I would start Perisic because the upside of Perisic is very, very high. So there we go. More super chats coming in. Looks like we're never getting this team reveal, guys. We're never going to get this this team reveal. FPL fella says, bygones be bygones. I'll unblock you after the stream. We can chat. I'm not going to talk about it on stream. But yeah, we'll chat after the stream, if that's okay, mate. MC says, Welbeck captain with Darwin Vice worth the punt? No, I don't think so, MT. I don't think that's the one, my friend. It's too risky, man. It's too risky. Zachariah says, let's see the blackcurrant squash toast. Cheers, Zachariah. Blackcurrant squash toast. Let's go, baby. Blackcurrant squash gang is my favourite gang in the stream. Better than the show team gang. James David has left a super chat with no message, but that's a very generous £4.49 super chat. So James, I will keep an eye out for you in the chat. If you meant to attach a message to that, put it in the chat. I'll keep an eye out for you, James. And if I don't see it, keep typing it until I do. I will get there. And I think there's more super chat. Oh my word, how many super chats, guys? Like, I appreciate you guys a lot. The Hallow says, hey Dan, is Zaha a really bad idea for captain? He wouldn't be top of my priority list. That's all I'm going to say. He'd be pretty low down my priority list. It's really risky. He's been playing too wide, in my opinion, for him to be worth that risk. In fact, even if if you don't think for your captain, who is a player that you feel like you would absolutely buy for Game Week 12? Zaha is not a player who I feel like is an absolute must buy for Game Week 12. You know, players like Kane, Salah, Trossard, you know, these kind of players who you think, actually, I'd actually quite like to buy that player this game week. Even if you have him already, you kind of think, you know, if I didn't have him, I would kind of like to buy this player. That's usually a good indication of whether that's a good captaincy, and I don't think Zaha quite fits that bill. Jeremy with a $5 super chat, just to delay the reveal. Just to delay the reveal. It's not, we're not even getting a mid reveal next. We're doing bench reveal next. It's not even a good reveal. Or is it? Who knows? Who knows? What's going to be on the bench, guys? What's going to be on the bench? James. James, you put another super chat in. Oh, I really appreciate that, man. But thank you for the double super chat. Said £4.49 without including my message. No worries, bro. We'll try and give you a good answer. Don't have Salah, so who would you captain out of Kane, Zaha, Solanki, Sterling, or Trossard? I'd be between Kane and Trossard. So I'd eliminate immediately Zaha, Solanki, and Sterling. Kane is your safe pick. Trossard is your risky pick. I still would edge towards Kane because he's been such consistent form. So I would edge towards Kane on that one. I think you can afford to do that. By the way, guys, Nottingham Forest's defensive record is kind of tightened up. I'll show you that in a second. After we do a reveal, after the Super Chats, I'll show you Nottingham Forest's defensive record. And it's not as amazing as it has been, maybe. Darshan says Mitro or Firmino or Nunez. Injury versus X-Men's risk. I think I would go for Mitrovic. Cheaper, more consistently getting game time. Yeah, Mitrovic is the one. Mitrovic is the one for you. And we've got one more super chat here from Move with Mike. Trent, Robert, and Almiron, or Dunk, Webster, and Zaha. Ooh. I think I would go for the Brighton route. So one of Dunk and Webster and Zaha. I think that's the route I would take. And there we go, guys. There we go. That's all of the super chats caught up with. Let's reveal a player. Let's go, baby. All right. The next player to be revealed is... It's Andreas. Andreas? What's Andreas doing on the... Andreas? What? Huh? My guy, what are you doing? Is this cap? It's not cap. Andreas is on my bench right now. I mean, let me just double check my app, but I believe Andreas is on my bench. Yes, he is. Andreas is on my bench. Why? Why is he doing that? Why is he there? Haaland and Salah left. How on earth would I be able to afford Haaland, Salah, and Kane? How would I be able to afford that? I could not. I could not afford that. I think Dan is doing a formation change after the deadline. Who knows? Who knows? Part of the fun, part of the mystery. I guess you'll never know. Leaston Snage says, Dunk or Anderson? I think if you're looking for someone to play regularly, go for Anderson. If you're looking for someone just for this game week, go for Dunk. I'm trolling you and starting Haaland. Am I? Am I? Who knows? Like, you'll see. You will see. You will see. You will see. We will get there. I enjoy these streams. I enjoy these streams a lot. This is Salah and Firmino. I bet £100. Do you want to take that bet right now? I mean, send me a PayPal. Let's go. You're teasing me. You're naughty. I am being very cheeky today. I do apologise. Right, yeah. I said we were going to have a look at some stats. Let's have a look at some stats. And I want to show you. We're getting close to the deadline, guys. So do make sure your decisions are pretty much nailed, like sorted now, right? Leo says, I'm going to say Trossard and Haaland are left. Could be. Could be. Might be. Might not be. Who knows? Who knows? Next goal, 1.8. Nah, I feel like 1.8k is like too easy. It's too easy. I want to do like an impossible one next. I don't want to keep revealing. I want to stop revealing. I'm done with revealing. Scythe says 3-4-3 with Mings or 4-3-3 with Andreas. I would probably play Mings, and then if Mings doesn't play, then you've got Andreas in there. But congratulations on having that, having a 12th man, because I think that's pretty luxury right now. What am I eating for dinner tonight? I have no idea. I think I'm gonna have some pasta. Right. Let's get the stats that I said I was going to get. So this is the past 5 game weeks judged per appearance on expected goals conceded, ranked from the least expected goals conceded to the most goals expected goals conceded. So Fulham, dead bottom. Awful, terrible, tragic defence. They really are. Fulham are, like, I know we used to talk about, well, so far this season we've been talking about target Nottingham Forest. But actually, it's Fulham right now who are the team to target. Big time. So, Fulham, if you've got, like, the difficulty is with Fulham is that the teams they play against don't really have very good attackers. So we've got Aston Villa. Like, who are you going to go for from Aston Villa? Watkins? Yeah. Leeds, who are you going to go for? Sinistera, but who else? Everton, again, not great for attackers. So it's really not until game week 15 where we're really going to be able to attack Fulham. So Fulham, the worst defence in the league by some margin at the moment. But it's difficult, looking at the fixtures and the players who play for these teams, it's difficult to know who to pick from these teams in order to target them. You know? I mean, Leeds, like, Rodrigo, if you have Rodrigo now, great. If you have Sinistera right now, great. Aside from that, it's kind of difficult. Got a couple of super chats. Let's answer them whilst I'll put those stats back on screen, guys, because I do really think these are actually very interesting. And I'll point out a few things that I think are interesting as well in just one moment. But yeah, super chat from Jack, who says, Captain Son or Trippier this week? I think I would... Oh, you know what? I'm tempted to say Trippier. over Son. I really am. Like, that could go quite well. It's risky, but I kind of like it. The problem with Son is he's either going to score a madness goal or nothing. He's not going to get the chance to counter-attack against United because they're just going to sit back. The Spurs are just going to sit back as well, and it's just going to be a deadlock, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Son, moment of magic. I think there'll be too many players in front of him for him to produce that moment. But you never know with Son. He can do it. So I'm going to say Trippier, Jack. I'm going to say Trippier. Scythe says Wilson or Solanki. I like both. If you can afford to get Wilson, then maybe Wilson. Yeah, as long as spending the money on Wilson doesn't interrupt your plans, then go for him. If you feel like actually going for Solanki, you can maybe, put that excess money into something else. Then I think it's quite a good idea actually to go for Solanki if you can use the money well elsewhere. But if money's no issue, go for Wilson. Got a super chat from Matthew, says weapons to in for Zuma for a -4 to field 11. Is it worth it? Oh, I don't know. That's a really tough one. That's a coin toss situation. That has got just as much chance of going right as it has in going wrong. If you're pessimistic, if you don't like to take a risk, don't do the transfer. If you are feeling positive about Brighton's defence and you want to take the risk, then do the transfer. Take the hit. So there we go. Anyway, back to these stats, guys. I know we're leaving it very late to look at these stats, but expected goals conceded. Nottingham Forest are actually in the better half of the table. They are, what's that, 7th best? Technically 5th best. And I know they've had some easier fixtures, but they are like the 5th best defence over the last 5 game weeks. And the problem is they still concede quite a lot of goals in their lower XGC. But it does show that actually they're not conceding that many shots. They're only conceding 9.6 shots per game. Only 2.8 shots on target per game. So maybe that's kind of more to do with the oppositions they've faced. I don't know. But Nottingham Forest are no longer, statistically, one of the worst defences. Actually, we're seeing the likes of Fulham, Leeds, Liverpool, who we know about, but maybe they've tightened up now. Everton, Southampton, Leicester's no surprise. Brentford are down there as well. There's a lot of players who are really, really quite close. Llama says, show team FFS. How angry people get, but I don't show my team. Cry. Omri says, there was so much hype early season on Rodrigo and his numbers, and then injury. What are your thoughts on him longer term? With Sinistera and Bamford together, long run seems positive or not? I prefer Sinistera at this point. I do prefer it. I think Rodrigo maybe had a bit of a purple patch, and I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to easily recapture that. So Sinistera would be the one I'd go for. Mr. Apollo says, hi, mate. Could you show me your team so I can copy it? Right, 3 minutes left. Should we do another player reveal? Have we got? What target can we hit? 2,000 likes. 2,000 likes. There's 2,700 people watching. So I know for a fact that at minimum 1,000 people watching right now have not liked the stream. 2,000 likes, we'll do the next reveal. I'm saying it. I've said it. It's done. 2,000 likes. Get it. Do it. Get it done. It's hard. It's difficult. I understand. But if you can do it, you get the next reveal. Let's see. 2-minute warning, guys. By the way, yeah, make sure you guys are checking, double checking, triple checking. I might unlike the stream. I mean, if you don't want the players to be revealed, feel free to unlike the stream as well. We can have a little bit of a battle going on, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my team is set. Pretty sure. There's one more thing I might change, but no. Do I change this as a last minute change? Are we getting 2,000 likes? We've got it. We got it. All right. Well, you got it. You got it. You got the 2,000 likes in time. Jesus, that was quick. That was quick. Okay. Who do you want, the forward or the midfielder? Pick. You ain't got long. Pick, quick. Forward or midfielder, put it in the chat. Who do you want? You only get one. And then we'll set one. We are running out of time, big time. Who do you want? You want the mid? You want a mid? Looks like most people want the mid. Yeah. Oh. Well, people want the forward. All right. Let's. I'm just going to show you a random one. We'll just see. We'll get the forward. Oh, you want the mid? Okay. Right. Mid's coming. Mid's coming. Hold on. Mid. Boom. Mid. He's there. Mo Salah, captain. Do you want the forward? Should we do the forward? I think we can do the forward. Have we got time? Let's do the forward. Boom. Solanki. Did you get it in time? Did we get it in time? I don't actually know if that I on my screen it was 1 minute to deadline when I did that final reveal. Did you get the reveal in time? Team copiers? Did you make your transfers in time? Did you get the copy in time? Or not? But anyway. Well. A lot of people seem to have not got the copy in time. I'm so sorry. What? You mean you had to think with your own brains this week? Guys. Right. So, should we... first of all, deadline passed. Congratulations, guys. We are locked in. We are locked. Exciting stuff. This is going to be an exciting game. And I know you guys are going to smash it this week, by the way. Let me tell you about this team. Let me tell you a little bit about the team. People are saying too late. I couldn't copy in time. I can't believe it. You didn't give me enough time to copy you. Cry. Yeah, so we have indeed done a little cheeky maneuver and we have sold Haaland, which is pretty mad. All right? Pretty mad. I got some explaining to do. All right. Okay, so first of all, I did these transfers last night. People saying selling Haaland was a big mistake. At least hear me out first. So, what my rationale is basically because I bought Haaland so late this season, I don't really lose any money by selling him. I sold Haaland at 12.1 and I can buy him back for 12.2. Now I actually believe, Chandra says, wow, please explain no Haaland. So a big reason why you shouldn't sell Haaland is because it's difficult to buy him back. Now if we go to, where's the price changes? Let me show you. Price changes. So if we go to Haaland is going to drop to 12.1. Now, I sold Haaland at 12.1 last night. And if he drops tonight, which he will, probably, I can buy him back for 12.1. So I have lost no money whatsoever. I have broken even. People saying bad move. Listen. You're not even listening. One game he played. Guys, this is not permanent. Sorry, do you guys think I am permanently removing Haaland? Is that what you guys think? God, honestly, the amount of... Linda, thank you for becoming a member of the channel, by the way. The amount of anger in the chat that I've done this. Absolute anger. I'm not even fully explained yet. Jesus. Right. If you don't want to make the same move, don't do it. You don't have to do the same thing. Let me play my game. You play your game. Jesus Christ. Okay. I've sold Haaland for 12.1. I can buy him back for 12.1. If I wanted Salah in my team, which I did because I wanted to captain him, I needed to either sell Kane or Haaland. Now, by keeping Kane, I have actually gained 0.1 because Harry Kane has gone up in price to 11.5. So by doing this move, not only do I break even on Haaland, I make money on Kane. If I sell Kane in game week, this is really madness, right? This is a madness. If I sell Kane in game week 13 to get Haaland back, I make money. I gain team value and I have Salah captain. And if I didn't do this, so there's no money lost. There's money gained by doing this. So this is why not a lot of other people can do this move. I was in a specific situation where because I am an idiot who bought Haaland way too late, I don't lose any money by selling him. I gain money. And I get to have Kane and Salah for this game week, which is a differential, which is something I wanted to do because I knew, look, I've got to make some moves, guys. I know I've got to make some moves. A lot of people know Salah and Kane, probably the two, people's two favorite players for the game week, right? I have both. Unless you free hit it, most people, I'm not saying all people, but most people are going to have one of Salah or Kane. Not both. I have both. That is a big differential. Some of you guys are going to have the same. Not a lot of you. We have both. Now, Jandre says, made complete sense. Well played, mate. Salute you. I did think about it, and I thought about this a lot. So let me tell you a little bit more, because there's more to it. So the way I kind of thought about this is I can either play... It was basically a straight situation for me. It was either take... I basically have to get Haaland back next week. I have to. So if I want to make an extra transfer next week, because Kane to Haaland for Game Week 13 is locked in, I have to do it. There's no question about it. If I want to make a second transfer... I've got plenty of money in the bank here, by the way, guys. I've left so much money in the bank. So I can actually afford to do Zaha to Foden next week as well. Or maybe Bowen to Foden. So if Bowen gets injured, then that's an easy move as well. I can even do Martinelli to Foden. I can do basically anyone to Foden at this point, which is something I want to do in Game Week 12. So the drawback of what I've done is that I almost... maybe have to take a -4 next week. I maybe have to take a -4 next week. Now, the logic for me of why I thought, actually, I'm okay with that -4 is because it was basically a straight question. Who is going to score more? Mings/Andreas or Kane? Because I was going to be benching one of Mings or Andreas. Mings I might not have a choice with. Who's going to score more points? Andreas or Kane? Let's just say Andreas versus Kane, right? If Kane outscores Andreas by 4 points, that's all it's going to take. One of the most premium players in the entire game versus a 4.5 bench fodder player. All Kane needs to do is outscore Andreas by 4 points. And not only have I gained money by doing this, but I've also gained points. This was thought about. And now that is and if you guys are still saying that you're an idiot, then maybe you're kind of misunderstanding, because the logic here is perfect. It's perfect. All I need for this to be a success is Kane to outscore Andreas / Mings if Mings is, injured. Well, to be fair, if Mings doesn't play, all I need is... If Mings is injured for this game week and he doesn't play a single minute, all I need to do is Kane to score 4 points and I'm up. That's all I'll need. That's a single return. That's an assist and a yellow card. That will get me a net positive. If Kane blanks, I'm down a few points. That's the risk. I'm down a few points. People saying it's an L. It's okay. If I tell you what, if Kane scores any points this game week, it's a dub. It's a dub. And this is it is a risk. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a risk. Someone says that's a net zero. It is a net zero, but it's a net zero where I gain team value, so it's still a dub. If Kane does anything this game week, then I win. So what my bet is, my prediction is that Kane is gonna outscore either 0 points if Mings doesn't play, or Andreas if Mings does play, by 4 or more points. If that happens, I win. I say I win. I don't win, but it's a good move. So I think what I've done is pretty smart. I know not a lot of people are going to agree. Maybe for some people in the chat, I can see a couple of L's in the chat. Maybe it's slightly too high IQ for you guys, and I understand that, because I know these days, like, FPL has become a game where you just turn up to FPL and click Haaland captain. It's like, Haaland captain, Haaland great, Haaland best, done. And as soon as you remove Haaland, it's like, what? I don't understand. Don't you need Haaland in your team? Doesn't even play this week. So there we go. So yes, guys, -4 taken this week. To summarise, the 3 transfers I made were Patterson out for Trippier, done. Haaland out for Solanki, and finally Maddison out for Salah. I think this is exciting. I think it's exciting, and you know what? If I don't take Foden next game week, then I lose nothing. Kane missed pen and red card incoming. If that happens, then like it's an absolute L. I can't believe how split the chat is. Some people are saying it's a brilliant move, well thought out, and other people are saying it's an L. It's an L. Is it? We'll see. Time will tell if it is an L. But I'm excited by it, and it's something that excites me as well, which I think is something that you need to be. It's something that you need to be doing with your FPL moves as well. I think if you kind of understand my thought process, then you probably agree that's kind of a good move. Making money, taking a risk on and getting that differential of having the Salah and Kane combo. I like it. Let's see what happens. Some people, I don't understand how people think it's about. I also don't understand. I don't understand either how people don't see it, that it's a good move. It seems so obvious to me. And when I figured it out, I to myself was like, how on earth did I not think of this before? Because like I said early on in the stream, like I was actually talking to my brother and we were kind of discussing some different ideas. And when we kind of came to this conclusion, it was like, how did we not think of this? This is clearly the right move. I say clearly. There's obviously an element of risk there. Guru Raj says medium risk, high return approach, and that's exactly what I feel as well. It's like it's a small. I wouldn't even say it's a medium risk. I say it's a small risk with a real high upside, a real high. If both Salah and Kane do really well this week, it's gonna be good. And this is another reason why I didn't really want to. Oh, by the way, guys, I am reading. I'm trying to read some of the comments as I'm talking. All of the people who are saying lovely things, thank you so much. I do read these, and I do appreciate you guys massively. You guys are legends. But one of the reasons why I didn't want to reveal what I was doing this week in particular is because, one, I know most people wouldn't even really be able to kind of understand what I was doing. Like, it's not, even trying to explain it to you guys, it's not easy. I can understand why it's kind of complicated, because you've got to consider team value, buy value, sell value. You've got to consider, mathematics of, trying to get a Kane to outscore a Mings or an Andreas by 4 or more points. You've got to consider next game week. Am I going to take a -4 next game week as well? It's not a simple move, right? It's not a simple move. So I didn't really want to put it out there, because I didn't want people to make the same move without thinking about it, really, because it's going to be different for different situations. Like, for those of you guys who bought Haaland at 11.5, this doesn't work for you. Full stop. It doesn't work for you, because you're going to have to rebuy Haaland, and you're going to spend, 0.3 million or something like that? 0.4? Victor says, I won't say you are an ... but for sure you are a clown football tick. You contradict yourself 10 times, no comment, and don't take it the wrong way. I mean, Victor, thank you for the £4.49. I'm not really sure what you mean. Have I contradicted myself in this stream? You know what? That is something that annoys me. People think you're not allowed to, change your mind. But you have to change your mind. Part of being a good FPL manager is being flexible and changing your mind. But I think, and I made this mistake when I first started YouTube, of firming absolutely everything, because I didn't want people to call me a hypocrite. Because I know that there are a lot of people out there who genuinely believe that once you've decided something, you make a decision when you're 6 years old, you have to firm that decision for the rest of your life. People think, last season you said Salah is an absolute must buy, and then you sold him this season. Mate, I changed my mind. Dan, game week 1, you said Trent Alexander-Arnold is a must have, and then you sold him. You are a hypocrite. I changed my mind. It's okay to change your mind. You paid to insult me. I know. Well, whatever. Honestly, it's a dub. I got £5. And I'm going to spend that on a beer. No, you kind of understand what I'm saying, though. It's our man in the chat said it's called being flexible. Completely agree. If you are flexible, you adapt to new information. That is going to help you so much. The people who stick to their decision, like last game week, I said I would not buy Trippier ahead of Manchester United. I said it very clearly. Game week 11, Trippier is not a player I'm going to buy this week. I don't really recommend buying Trippier against Manchester United, because I think Newcastle are going to concede, and I don't think Trippier gets an attacking return out of it. Trippier didn't get an attacking return out of it, but he didn't concede. He got a clean sheet. The following game week, this game week, I have bought Trippier. Have I contradicted myself because I didn't want to buy Trippier in game week 11? I don't think so. Because in game week 11, I didn't want Trippier. I obviously, in hindsight, I was wrong, and Trippier got the 6 points, which is a huge monumental dub for everyone who owns Trippier. Congratulations, of course. But I didn't want to get Trippier ahead of that, because I didn't think they would keep a clean sheet. Now, me buying Trippier the following game week is purely on the basis that we haven't got Manchester United this game week. We've got Everton for Trippier, and I think Everton is a good opportunity for a clean sheet for Trippier, and maybe even an attacking return as well. I think that's a good opportunity there. I haven't contradicted myself, and I haven't even really changed my mind. There is opportunities to, take players in certain game weeks, not take them in other game weeks, get on players at the right moments and the wrong moments. It's not being hypocritical. It's not being, contradicting yourself. It's just being flexible. Victor has spent some more money to insult me. I mean, is this entertaining content for you guys at least? Victor has said, for £4.49, yes, that's okay, but you make money and kids pay for your opinion, and that's not okay. Beer is my pleasure. I mean, thank you for the second beer, Victor. I'm getting drunk tonight, apparently. I make money and kids pay for my opinion. I understand that. I do understand that. And I do... Honestly, this is a big thing for me. This is a big thing. I've said this on stream before, but I'll say it again. None of my content is paywalled. None of it. You will look at pretty much any other FPL content creator on the platform, and almost every single one of them has subscription services. They have, streams or Discord servers hidden behind paywalls, and you have to pay to access this special content, or you pay them to get weekly, personalized tips. I do none of that for a very good reason, and that's because I understand that, well, I personally do not consider myself a top tier manager, and I don't think it's worth it for you guys, and I don't want to scam you guys, and I don't want you to have to pay money to get access to my content. My content should be free. It's not good enough, in my opinion, to be paid for. And also, I understand that financial situations around the world are very different. We've got a lot of, viewers from people in less developed countries where money has to be prioritized elsewhere. And I completely understand that. Even at home, even in England, there are going to be people who have to prioritize their money elsewhere. And I don't want to lock content behind that. I don't, and therefore, yes, I make money from it. Of course, this is my job. But I'm not making people pay me directly to give bad advice. I don't even know if my advice is bad. I think it's pretty good. Most of the time, it's pretty good. Most time, it works. Last season, we finished 243rd in the world. If I change my mind about a player, you can't say Dan, you are not allowed to change your mind on a player because you get paid. That's a ridiculous thing to say. So I'm sorry, Victor. I really appreciate the 2 beers. But it's, yeah. I disagree. I'll just say I disagree. I disagree. Oh, there we go. There we go. But whatever. Anyway. Bit of blackcurrant squash to calm ourselves down? I think so. But yeah, man. Like, obviously, I try and give the best advice possible, but who knows? Lonnie with a super chat here says, balls to not good enough. Your content is great and we appreciate it hugely. Keep it up, mate. Thank you, Lonnie. I do appreciate that so much. I really do. Yeah, thank you. But let's... I'm still not going to paywall content. I don't want to do it. I have 2 lines when it comes to content, and that's gambling, sponsors, and paywalls. But there we go. There we go. Shall we relax? We've got how many? 8 minutes until the lineups are revealed. We'll find out as well if Trossard is playing, if Lallana is playing, who's getting dropped, whatever. Yak up with the super chat. I will try and answer some of your non-super chats as well. I do apologise that I've not been reading too many chats over the last few minutes. Victor has taken full attention, but he bought me 2 beers. You take it. Jakob says, I've subscribed to my own Discord channel as I am my own content creator. Weekly sub to Red Arrows and taking hits with questionable players. Jakob, it sounds like a waste of money, my friend, but look, who am I to tell you? No, love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. And thank you for the £5 super chat. Like I say, we're getting drunk tonight. Maybe I was actually thinking about going to the pub, but I don't think the pub is going to show the football. Let's have a look at some of these other messages. So, The Killing Joke, appreciate you, Dan. Thanks for the free content, no problem. Anand says, you, Baker, and Let's Talk FPL are the most logical players in FPL players, in my opinion. I don't know if I would consider myself the most logical player, but I don't know. The Single Note says, you are modest, my guy. Don't know about that. Just politely love away from the noise like you have done. Your content has made me love my first FPL season. And you know what? That's what it's all about. Like, if you guys are loving FPL, then I'm loving you guys, basically. No need to justify it. Apology is needed. Back out of order. Ryan, I know you're being sarcastic, man. Was there any Mings news? Unfortunately not. We get the press conference tomorrow. Move on, Dan. You're doing a great job. Cheers. Was that a Bristol City glass? No, it's a Camden Town Brewery. I do enjoy a Camden beer. I do. Dub Lunny, says Ethan. It's good to see a few of you guys saying you've got pretty good ranks from watching the videos, which is great. Look, that's what we want. How many points are you hoping for this week? I'm hoping for like at least 10 points above the average. I'm hoping for like, if I'm honest, like 15 to 20 points above the average this week. I'm hoping for a good one. I think we can get a good one. My team looks good. I'm very happy with my team this week. Ikram says, should I buy Gomez from Liverpool? Oh, we're a bit late for that one, my friend. Memento says, Dan, I think the response from people has thrown and put you on the defensive a bit. Take a step back. Remember, these guys are here to hear your opinion because it's worthwhile. I don't know. Look, it's up to you guys to decide if the content or anything is worthwhile or not. I'm just going to do my best, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't, and that's okay. Not everyone's going to like everything. What else we got here? Ethan is a member for 21 months, coming up to the 24 month. There's a new badge for 24 months, by the way, members. There we go. Is anyone's FPL acting up? Yeah, it'll be like this for a little while. Bajaya says you have great content, you're honest about everything. Every now and again there'll be negative. Yeah, there's gonna be negativity sometimes. But that's literally part of the job description. You say you get paid, so you have to firm it. It's more like, in my genuine opinion, I get paid, so I have to accept that there will be trolling and abuse and like some criticism. That's fine. It's part of the job description. Like, that is what I would agree with. I have to accept that there will be, and I have to listen as well. Well, not to all of it, but don't worry, Mings is going to play. Maybe. Wilson, I swear you shouldn't take out Haaland. Yeah, I did, and I agree with that. Like, and I feel like if you watched the video, you would have seen that if you take out Haaland, and I think maybe that's what this whole thing Victor was referring to. I said in buy, sell, keep, avoid, don't take out Haaland, because if you bought him for 11.5, you may find yourself in a situation where you can't afford to get him back, which I stand by. The situation for me was unique, but I know most of you guys aren't as dumb as me, and most of you guys started the season with Haaland. There we go. There we go. How's Mrs. FPL Mate doing? I don't know. She's got She's got to go to work in like half an hour. She's got a night shift. Victor's from the show team, gang. Yeah, maybe. Let's not throw any shade towards Victor. Like, I'm sure he meant it with the best intentions. Greg says, your content is one of my must-watches every day. Nice one, man. I appreciate that. Solanki captain. A free-hitted and Captain Trossard. Oh, that is spicy. Spicy. Blue to Isle says, I'm ranked 350k, been finishing just behind you 2 years in a row. This time, I hope to beat you. But Dan, are you being honest when you say you didn't reveal it because we wouldn't understand? No, I'm not saying everyone wouldn't understand. I am being honest when I say it is just too difficult to explain. It's not too difficult to explain, but it's too difficult to explain in a simple way where everyone will understand. And I think it would inadvertently cause people to sell Haaland, because I know, look, I have to accept I have a little bit of responsibility. People have to make their own decisions, but I have a responsibility of kind of making my own decisions. But people making their own decisions. But if I remove Haaland, people are just going to not even think about it and just remove Haaland. There will be people doing that, and that would be a mistake. If people bought Haaland for 11.5 and they can't get them back after this game week, they are not going to be happy in game week 13. Mrs. FBL didn't have her pre-shift nap because she was too occupied over a game week 12 team. Morgan is, in fact, in the chat right now. And she apparently she did not have a nap. She did not have her pre-shift nap. You're going to be tired tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Lunny, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. Don't start talking about our IQ. No, I'm not really. When I say like 200 IQ, it's just a meme. I don't actually mean it. I don't actually mean it. I chose Sinistera over Trossard, says HM. Interesting. Very interesting. How much do I have in the bank? I think I've got like 2 million in the bank. I can't remember now. I can't check now because this is a plain old screenshot, so I don't think it will say. But it's a lot. Aaron continues, says, Dan, great content. Keep it up. There will always be people who disagree. That is part of and parcel of life, let alone FPL. You do you. Cheers, mate. And cheers, Aaron. I really appreciate that, dude. I have to say, in FPL, like in football is such a game of opinions, right? So you're never going to get everyone agreeing. You're never going to get, like, whatever I did. If I captained Haaland versus, I don't know, Fulham, like in a couple of game weeks' time, there will be some people who disagree with that. Because that's football, you know? That's all we need. 1 minute until team reveal. Oh, I thought you meant my team. Diego says, I went crazy with budget left. I have 5 million in the bank. Jesus. Ivan says Kane will blank. And there we go. That's like, that's it. People have different opinions. I don't think Kane will blank. I think he's more likely to score than he will blank. But some people will say, you know, Kane is not going to do well. You know, if you're a Manchester United fan right now, you're thinking, we're gonna absolutely dust Spurs. They ain't even going to score. Dawi from Ethiopia, what's up, man? Lineups out. Oh, boom. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with the lineups. All right, hopefully I just got a notification from FPL so I don't have to click through. Have they done it? Proof is the different teams content creators have. We all play the game differently. Absolutely. Wow. Look at this. On this poll on the Fantasy Premier League Twitter, 30% or 29% should I say of people use their free hit. I can't believe it. And 14% already used it. What? Nah. Surely not. Okay, I'm going to refresh. No, I'm not going to refresh anymore. We're just going to go on the Brighton. How hard is it to... Oh, there we go. Let's see this lineup. Did Lallana start? He has. Who's dropped out? Wait. Webster Dunk. Is Trossard playing left wing back? Is Trossard... I'm trying to work out this lineup. Who's playing left wing back in that? Salcedo? There's no... Someone says it's Estepinian. There's no Estepinian. He's on the bench. I'm guessing Trossard is playing left wing back. That's interesting. Jandre says, Dan, do you ever watch other content creators' videos and get some ideas? Be honest. No. Pretty much no. I don't know. I like to try and forge my own path, really. Alright, well, there you go. Trossard left wing back. L, I guess. March will be right wing back. It'll probably be like McAllister, Salcedo, centre mid. And then Gross and Lallana behind Welbeck, the striker. Lallana won't be playing as left wing back. No way. Could be four at the back. Yeah, to be fair, you never really know of Brighton. March will not be left wing back. Right, March will be on the right. I don't know. All right, well, let's look at... I know people are already chatting about it, but let's have a look at Forest. I can already see in the chat that Nico Williams and Serge Aurier are playing, apparently. Yes, they are. Wait. Yeah, they are. That's one side each. Is Williams playing on the left, potentially, there? I mean, that's kind of interesting in a way. People are asking why Trossard would play left wing back. He's played loads left wing back. Gross won't be playing. Gross has never played left wing back in his entire career. I'll show you in a second why I think Trossard would play left wing back. Could be four at the back. Who knows? It's flexible. Anyway, I know people are not happy about the idea of Trossard playing left wing back. All right, be honest. Is there anyone out there who doesn't have Trossard, who also doesn't think that he's playing left wing back? Because I can guarantee that like people saying Lallana's left wing back are seriously reaching. People saying Gross is playing left wing back, you're seriously reaching. Anyone who's saying like they're looking up like anything you look up right now that says the website that says that any website that says the lineup is probably wrong. Lallana left wing back. I don't care what website says Lallana is playing left wing back. He is not. Anyway, looks like Williams and Ori are both playing. So let's see what happens there. You guys are reaching big time. I'm going on Transfer Market. Let's see if Lallana has ever played in the wing-back position in his life. And I doubt he has. I mean, maybe he's got like a few games there, but it would have been years ago. Yeah, you can look at FootMob. You can look at BBC Sport. You can look at whatever website you like. They don't know. Lallana left back. Behave yourself, guys. Behave yourself. Okay. So, this season, Lallana's only played in attacking mid. Last season, Lallana's only played centrally. Centre forward, attacking mid, CM, DM. That was last season. Season before, he played right mid 2 games. For 2 games. Now, what formation were they playing in each of those occasions? Does that count as him playing right wing back? I have no idea because he didn't start either of those games. No. He's only even... Okay, so he's been subbed on for a right midfielder is basically what that means. On 2 occasions. 2.5 years ago. All right. You want to keep going? 1920. Played, what? 2 games again at right mid. I'm guessing both from the bench again. That wasn't from the bench. Let's have a look at this one. So this is over 3 years ago. Bear in mind. He played right attacking mid for Liverpool. In this game, he was subbed on at right wing for Liverpool with a... You still want to tell me that Lallana's playing left wing back? We'll see. We'll see. You can check whatever website you like. Lallana is not playing left wing. Pascal Gross. People saying Pascal Gross. Get your other... Check Flash Score. I can check whatever website I like. These people, the people, you know... The Flash Score or FotMob or BBC Sport, all they're doing is putting in the players that they have on their team sheet. They don't know where each player is going to play. They don't have access to the formation. They have a list of 11 players and they just throw them in. They get it wrong all the time. If FotMob or Flash Score or Footy Lineups 356.com put Mo Salah at left centre back in their team reveal, would you believe it? No. You would say, well, they're obviously wrong. We'll find out when the game starts and they'll correct it, which they always do. They don't have a clue at this time. They do not change. They do not actually update it to what the actual lineups are until the game has been going for at least a few minutes. They don't even do it immediately. They wait a few minutes. It is... Luna says it's gigantic cope. Saying Lallana is left back is the biggest copium thing I've ever heard in my life. Right. Now, does Pascal Gross have a history of playing at wing-back? Well, not this season. What about last? Lallana left. Check Google. Do you not understand? Am I speaking French? Just because it says it on Google or whatever website doesn't mean it's true. Now, to be fair, Gross played a little bit out wide last season. Not at left-back. Well, actually, wait, left mid here. Let's have a look. We might be onto something. No, he was subbed on at left attacking mid, like actual. It was not a left wing back. Anyway, right. So yeah, Trossard again. Pascal Gross again. Not going to play in a wing back, probably. He's just not right the build. Now, let's have a look at Trossard. Let's see how many games he's played in these positions. Here we go. Left mid, last game. I believe that was more of a 4-4-2 though. Oh, what have I done? I've done the wrong thing. Right. So last game, Trossard. This is why I think Trossard's at left wing back. So he played left mid last game. So that doesn't really count. So that is a possibility too. He could be playing left mid. This game against Leicester, he was playing left wing back, right? Oh, what have I done? Here we go. And he did quite well from that position, to be fair. But there we go. You can see left wing back Trossard, right wing back March. So left wing back, and loads of all the whole start of the season he was playing left wing back as well. Go look it up if you don't believe me. The information's right there. Last season he played a decent amount of left wing back with Kukurea as the left centre back behind him, etc., etc., etc. Trossard has played loads of games at left wing back. Pascal Gross, Adam Lallana have never played left wing back. Does that answer your question? No, Geordie Waster. No, they have the players, not the lineups. These websites have the players, but not the lineup. So whatever you're looking at right now is just a lineup. Now, Blue Moon has said March left back, Veltman right back, and I do think that is possible. I do think it's possible that they've got a flat back four, and even if they don't have a flat back four, there is going to be a possibility for some flexibility. A lopsided formation, if you like. There's a real possibility of that. But if I had to predict, I would say Trossard is playing either left wing back or left mid with a flat back four behind him. Check McAllister. We can if you want, but I can tell you he's never played a wing back either. Paul Cole says he's playing just behind Welbeck alongside Gross. I am certain that is not happening. Best case scenario is playing left mid with a back four behind him. That is the best case scenario, because if it's like a 3-4-3, which they have played. If it's a 3-5-3, 3-4-3, we got there. If it's a 3-4-3 and Trossard is playing just behind Welbeck on the left, who's playing left wing back / left mid? Who's playing there? McAllister has to be playing in the left wing back position if it's a 3 at the back formation. He has to be. What website is this? This is Transfermarkt. Transfermarkt.co.uk, which is just great for referencing things. Any history of playing fullback with McAllister? Doesn't look like it. No, not really. No. Basically, no. It's Trossard. Welbeck left wing back. It's a 3-4-2-1 formation. Okay, Paul, you've got my attention. If it's a 3-4-2-1 formation, who is playing on the left of that 4? If you're saying that Trossard is playing the left of that 2 behind Welbeck, who is playing left of the 4? I want to know. Robert Sanchez left wing back. Honestly, the copium going on right now. It is okay. That Trossard has played very well at left wing back before and has got FPL returns. He was playing there against Leicester, and that was one of his highest scores of the season. So don't let it, upset you. 3-4-3, Trossard in the front 3. Okay, Johnny, you've also got my attention. Who's playing left of the 4? Lallana. Guys, I honestly don't understand. I do not understand. Why do people think Lallana? Why? Can someone please? I'm actually losing the will to live. I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I getting trolled at this point?
Is the chat just trolling me at this point? Are we seriously saying Lallana's playing left wing back? Is that what's happening right now? I can't handle this. I can't do it. Saicedo left wing back. What is going on? Check Google. Stop telling me to check Google. I understand that some websites will be incorrectly listing the lineups. They don't have access to the lineups. They just have access to the names of the players. They don't have access. I don't know what you want me to do. It's like I can't. Like some people are, I swear, are beyond reason. Are actually beyond reason. What? Check Tinder. Check Tinder and ask your matches. FOTMob showed Lallana. Stop telling me that. I don't care. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
I expect on Twitter, I want some apologies. I want serious apologies. And it will go both ways. If Lallana is playing left wing back today, then I will apologise to every single one of you on Twitter, on Instagram. I'll put a post on YouTube, everything. And on the strategy stream, whenever that is. Thursday, I guess. Everything. I will apologise to all of you. But in return, if Lallana is not playing left wing back today, then I want apologies. I want apologies on Twitter. I'm even going to tweet. I'm going to tweet it out, and only you guys will know what I'm talking about. But I want serious apologies. If Trossard, if Lallana's playing, if Lallana is not playing left wing back, I don't care what dodgy websites you guys are using that you seem to think have hidden access inside the mind of De Zerbi. I don't know. I don't care if you guys genuinely believe that Google.com has knocked on De Zerbi's dressing room door as they release the lineups and say, "Excuse me, young manager man of Brighton and Hove Albion FC, could you perhaps tell me which player is playing in which? I've got the team sheet. I need to know which player is playing in which position. Oh, it's Lallana at left wing back. Okay, cheers. I'll just jot that down. We'll put that on the website immediately for our oppositions, for our opponents to know exactly who's playing where, our exact formation. We'll get that on Google for you guys, so the opposition team can go Google that and know exactly where you're playing every single one of your players. Do you guys believe that's the scenario? Do you guys believe that's the scenario that just happened? Unbelievable. Right, guys, should we call it a day? It's been like 45 minutes. It's been like 45 minutes since deadline. Yeah, let's call it. Let's call it. But I'm looking forward to the chat. Whichever way it goes, we're gonna have some banter. We're gonna have some banter. It was just banter on Twitter. Lallana's the goalkeeper. I think Lallana's got a better chance of going in goal. Right, fine. Guys, appreciate... Oh, wait, Giandra's got a chat here. Dan, now the deadline has passed, as Arsenal supporters, we can relax this weekend and enjoy the football. That's true. We'll still be top of the log at the end of the madness. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I've enjoyed this stream a lot. Hopefully you guys have too. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like before you disappear, that would be massively appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed already, we do deadline streams every week. We do strategy streams every week. And we upload pretty much every single day at the moment. So, you can pick and choose what videos you want to kind of watch, I guess. Some of them you'll like, some of them you won't. But whatever. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great game week, but not as great as my game week. And yeah, we'll take the conversation over to Twitter. I'll see you guys over on Twitter. Oh, we got a super chat. Just before I was about to leave. Victor says, glad to see you agree with me that a few things you do are wrong. Oh, what do I do that's wrong? I don't know. Another beer. I also watched and subscribe to your channel. You just made me laugh. Well, I mean, I guess that's something. I guess that's something. Thank you, Victor. I feel like I'm a bit of a sadist, like accepting money to get abused, but whatever. Yeah, cheers for the beers. Catch you guys later. See you on Twitter, where we will do a full reveal of where Lallana is playing this game week. See you later, mates. Bye bye.